In the previous lesson, we saw how we can work with the render workspace here in Fusion and also with the animation workspace. And we saw how we can do visualization of our products or of our project. Also, we saw that we can do fake effects and like a bump, or actually create a bump that can be printed in 3D. So not an effect, but an actual finalization or refinement of our project. Now we saw that everything here it's pretty basic and simple to use. We have different types of rendering, and we can do a little bit of scene setting, and we can use an environment which we can pick from the libraries or we can download from the web. Now, if we don't want to do the environment right here, we can just turn it off or make sure that it's on if you want to use it here in the settings panel. And if you're planning to do post-production in other software, as we suggested also in the previous lesson, you can change this perhaps to a green screen like this. So you can continue in another software, just as I said. And then if you want here, you can put a ground plane or not, which means having some reflections and some shadows. Here you can change the softness of the reflections. And again, you can continue to adjust the camera. So you have environment, ground, camera. Once you finish, you can save these as defaults, or you can restore the defaults anytime, which is going to bring you back to the original one. And you can see it's not bright, it's pretty dark. So let's try something different here, and you can directly download these exterior or interior settings, and you can double click, you can click and drag, and make sure here again you have not solid color but environment, and you can see this is a better environment here with more lining. Now this is based on a technique or let's say a process that is called image-based lining. So we're not actually putting lights in the scene, which will be more accurate and more advanced, but we're just using an image that it's called HDRI, high dynamic range image, and this image will give us three things fundamentally, which are the background, the reflections on reflective objects, which will make them more realistic, and the lighting. So it's basically enlightening the scene with its different lights that are embedded into the image. So we saw in the previous video that we can get some HDRIs from Polyoven, and you can pick many different scenarios. So indoors, outdoors, nature, urban, etc., etc. You can test your product with different type of lights. So if you put your product in this one, for example, it's gonna have like different colors, different type of lights, and if you put it in a natural lighting, it's gonna have another result, etc., etc. So think about your product and how you can visualize it the best. So this is if you want to do renderings and visualization. So that's the first type of outcome of final part of your design here. So if you want to do visualization, you would go into render or in animation. If you want to instead go for prototyping like printing, or you want to create technical drawings, CAD drawings to be printed virtually or to be printed on paper, well, in that case, we're going to see in this video how you can do it. But we already saw how you can print in 3D. First of all, you need to convert into a mesh. And once you do that, which we already done in the previous lesson, so there are different ways you can convert this into a mesh. So like more straight structure or a more triangulated structure, depends on the needs. And once you do that, you will go into the mesh workspace, export 3D print, and you will have formats that will be ready to be printed in 3D. Now, if we want to print in 2D instead, we are going in the drawing section down here. So let me just first go in the animation. So here we animated also some pieces, and let me get a simpler scene because we're going to do something a little bit complex. So you don't want to pick complex scene, but I'm gonna take a previous scene that I have created, and you can do the same, like a simpler scene like this one here we created in a previous lesson. And there you go. So we have just a few objects. Check if these are components or if they are just bodies. Well, first of all, most important, we need to change here the link. We need to break the link and embed everything. And then you can just go here and find those bodies. So there you go, 1, 2, and that's another one. So right click, create components from bodies. Make sure you have components. So let's go now into animation. And we saw that as soon as we move around here with the camera, it's gonna start to create some recording. Now, some tracks. You can also extend these tracks. These tracks have their own information. So if I double click, you can see here the starting point of this track and the ending point. So this is where you define the length, which means also the speed. If it's too fast, just increase the length of this. If it's too slow, decrease it, and so on. So what if I don't want to animate the camera automatically? So you can see if I move around here, I've already created like 3 different animation, and I can play these animations. There you go. But what if I don't want to do this every time I change the view of the camera? So let me just delete this second one. Well, to do this, we need to go up here and just stop the recording or pause the recording. By default, this is on. So whatever you're gonna do is gonna be recorded automatically. Control R also to stop it and run it again. Okay, now and this is just for the camera. So let's do something really, really simple here. I'm gonna transform this. So I'm gonna move this up. So that's the, let's say, starting position here. And then let's go up here, let's move it up. Or we saw that you can also explode. Oops, sorry, let me do that again. So here and say okay. And then let's move it here and move it up and say okay. So that's pretty basic, pretty basic animation. You can double click and change also the timing for this. And also we can make it disappear if we want. So I can put the timeline here and show hide. Okay, so I want to put that in another position here. So this is where it's going to be visible. Double click and let's change this to duration. And well, let's keep it as it is. That's fine. So if let me make it here. If I press play, okay, you can see this one here is going up and then it's going to slowly disappear. All right, this is just to recap some animation, but once you're finished with the animation, you can go here and go drawings, and you can do a drawing from the animation. And again, don't use complex scene because those are going to be too heavy. Now, when you create a drawing, it's going to ask you where to pick. So this is going to be our storyboard one right here. And then if we want to create a new drawing, if we want to use some template, and well, the most important thing is the sheet size. So how big it's going to be. So let's say A4. And then here you can choose the orientation, which could be landscape or portrait. So let's do portrait.